Hey guys, I wanted to come on here. We've got a few new people in the group, and I wanted to make sure that they understood how our orifice reducers work in addition to our Aroma Glide Fitments. So when you get your starter kit, you'll get two of these Fitments in your starter kit for you to use, for you to put on top or inside your any of your essential oils that you already include. You can also buy a pack of 10 fitments, and the pack actually gives you the instructions. But you don't get these instructions inside your kit. So I thought I'd come on here and provide some guidance on that. Well, first of all, I wanted to mention that we have essential oil bottles in the size of 15 milliliter and 5 milliliter. If you've got a starter kit, most of your oils are, or all of your oils are in the 5 milliliter size. So they do, most of our oils are in a larger size, while we do offer some that are exclusively 5 milliliter as well. So one of the first things is the orifice reducer. So once you take the cap off, you will have this is what we call an orifice reducer, and I've just got a little pointer here. The center hole here is for air flow. And then this little tiny hole that you see right here on the upper left hand side is where the oil actually comes out. Your thicker oils are going to be slowly come out. So you might in some cases be tilting your oil, to get the oil out, and it might take forever. It's coming. It's just might be a thicker oil and might take a little bit longer to come out. Your thinner oils will come out fairly quickly. So if you're trying to moderate how many drops of oil come out on a thinner oil, tilting it towards the hole might not be advantageous. You can, though, tilt it the opposite way. The oil will come out as long as your bottle is relatively full, and it'll slowly dribble out those thinner oils that will escape you if you are using the small hole. So another thing is how to get the orifice reducer out. So again, you get these little roller top fitments inside, or rollerball fitments inside your premium starter kit, and you're like, well, how do I use that? So you take the cap. Let me stop. There's two ways. You can use the cap of the bottle, or you can buy one of these tools. These tools, they're not necessary, but you can absolutely get them. And they just kind of, you wedge it in underneath the orifice reducer, and then you wiggle it to pop it out. I find value in them from time to time, but I don't always use them. For the most part, I will use the cap. And you see those threads inside the cap. If you loosely removed, you just hook those threads on top of the orifice reducer, and you just plop it out. See, that was fairly easy. And then you take your rollerball fitment and you align the rollerball fitment with the hole in the bottle. You just slide it in there. It's in there loosely, but you take the cap and you twist the cap all the way on. You'll feel a little, you'll feel it's tactile, so you'll feel it kind of seat itself. And then you take the cap off, and your roller fitment is on there. You can also remove your roller fitment the same way. So you see how I just popped it out using the threads on the cap. So I'm going to put this back, and you put the orifice reducer back in the same way you put the rollerball fitment in. You just screw it back on. It'll lock in place, and then that orifice reducer will be back on. The same thing applies for a 5 milliliter bottle. Just open the cap, hook it onto one of those threads, and sometimes you have to wiggle it a little bit. You don't want to just whip it and then spill your oil. And then you take your rollerball fitment. In some cases, you can just, if you can line it up really good, you can just flip it on and then screw it on top. So this is another way for experts. And it'll be seated right on there. And then you can just roll away. Now, the thing about rollerball fitments and putting roller tops on your essential oils are you want to make sure you understand the dilution instructions on the oil. Those dilution instructions will be, sometimes you'll have to peel back the label to see the directions. So this is apply 1 to 2 drops to desired area. Dilution is not required. So I can throw a rollerball on this and be just fine. In other cases, and this is actually another blend, so it might not have. Yep, this doesn't require dilution either. So there will be some oils that do require dilution. So I advise you to be cautious on which oils you just throw a rollerball fitment on. without diluting it. So if you have, as you start to empty bottles out and you have extra bottles, for those oils that require a dilution, you just hold on to your empties, and then when you're ready, you can, so I'm going to show you an example. When you're ready to put a Rollerball Fitment on one of those oils that need dilution, so let's just say this oil needed to be diluted. Well, then I would take the roller fitment, or take the Orifice Reducer off my empty bottle. I would drop 4 drops, or however your desired drops, inside the bottle, and then I'd fill the rest of it with a carrier oil. So that's that's olive oil, coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil, or whatever. And then I would put my roller fitment on top. I would allow that blend to synergize for 24 hours minimum before I started using that roller. So those are for oils that you need to dilute with a carrier oil inside one of your empties. Allow that new blend that you made with the diluted oil, allow the fatty oil of the carrier and the essential oil to synergize for about 24 hours, and then I would go in and use that oil for its intended purpose. All right, so that was how to remove your Orifice Reducer with your cap. I talked about this tool you can use that you can buy to get it. Talked about our Rollerball Fitments and how to install and uninstall those as well. Then I talked about how you can get more Rollerball Fitments or Aroma Glide Rollerball Fitments, and it provides instructions on the pack. So if you guys have any more questions about that, please let me know and I'll be happy to provide answers. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.